Service availability controls give you powerful new tools to streamline your scheduling and improve communication with clients. With full control over when services are available, you can ensure clients only request bookings at times that work for you and your team. By setting clear availability, you'll eliminate unnecessary admin and avoid the hassle of declining service requests you're unable to fulfill. We'll show you how to prevent clients from requesting services when you're not available, helping you stay organized, save time, and keep your calendar running smoothly. Whether you're a small business planning a well-earned vacation, a larger team scheduling staff training days, or you simply want to set a regular schedule, then this video is for you. This video shows the steps taken on desktop. However, the process is exactly the same on a mobile. To start, simply access the menu using the hamburger icon in the top right corner. Before we start, you need to know that using this module is optional. If you choose not to switch it on, your service requests will continue as before with just a slight change, and the new features we show you here will not appear in your portal. The only difference is the order in which clients make their selections. They will now select the service first, then the time or time block, add an optional note, then they select their dates. Submitting the request is the same process as before. So both you and your clients will notice these slight changes even if you don't switch the new features on. To begin, let's take a closer look at how the service availability module can improve your service request process in the client portal. Service availability introduces 3 new customizable notices, giving you powerful, super flexible ways to communicate with your clients right when they're requesting services. These elements are: the service request info panel is a customizable, company-wide message that can appear at the top of the service request screen, and it's perfect for sharing helpful information with clients. For example, you could use it to explain your booking request process, set out your regular service hours, to communicate unusual and exceptional upcoming issues such as bad weather warnings which might affect service. Or you could also simply use it for occasional reminders such as, please remember to update your visit routine. You can update the message as often as you like, making it a flexible tool for keeping clients informed, whether it's about seasonal hours, special announcements, or quick reminders. The next new element is the client portal notice, a customizable message that can be set at the company level or tailored to specific services or service groups. This notice appears after your client selects a service and is designed to be more focused and service-specific. It's super useful and a great way to give clients timely reminders or extra guidance right when they need it. For example, you can highlight limited availability, suggest related services, or remind them to update their visit routine in the pet profile before booking. The third element is the client portal unavailability pop-up notice. While similar to the client portal notice, this one serves a different purpose, and it's just as useful. When you've used service availability settings to block off certain dates or times, your availability calendar will show those days as grayed out. If a client taps on one of these unavailable dates, this pop-up appears to explain why that service isn't currently available. It includes standard system text, but you can easily customize it to add context, like explaining about a public holiday, vacation, or special closure, so clients understand exactly why that service isn't available. So now that we understand a bit more about this module, let's go and switch it on and look at how we configure it. To begin, log in to your Pet Sitter Plus dashboard. Navigate to Admin, and then select Settings, and choose Service Availability. And finally click Settings. There are 3 options to choose from. You can use this module to control regular service availability. Switch this option on if you want to change the availability of 1 or more services on a repeating weekly schedule from Monday to Sunday. Switch the next toggle on if you want to change the availability of services on public holidays. And finally, switch the next toggle on if you want to set up company vacations or training days during which you intend to limit the availability of some or all of your services. Click Update to save your settings. Now that we have switched your module on, let's configure your notices and set up your service availability. To begin, click Regular and then click the Company tab at the top of the screen. If you have all the functions of this module enabled, the system provides controls at 3 levels, and those are: Company level. Settings and notices configured here apply across all service groups and every service within them. This is a powerful setting if your availability rules are simple and consistent. Set it once at the company level and you're done. Group level. Settings here apply only to a specific group of services and will override the settings you made at company level. For example, if your walking services are available Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but your boarding services are available anytime 24/7, you can configure rules just for each group, saving time and keeping things organized. Service level. These settings apply to one specific service and will override the settings you made at company or group level. Use this when individual services in the same group need different availability. For instance, a 2-hour country hike might only run on weekends while your 30 and 60-minute walks are available during weekdays. To recap, setting different group or service level availability will override your company level configuration. Let's add a message in the Service Request Info panel so that it appears at the top of the Service Request screen. It's a great way to keep clients informed with important updates or helpful tips every time they request a service. To create a new message in your Service Request Info panel, click on the icon here. Type your message in the box. Don't forget to click Update and then click the orange back arrow to return to where you were. Job done. Now let's set the regular schedule client portal notice. You can configure this message at the company level or fine-tune it for individual services or groups. It appears right after a client selects a service and is intended to deliver more targeted service-related information. To set your client portal notice, first choose Company or the appropriate group or individual service. Toggle on the client portal notice. Then simply add your text and click Update. Now, when a client selects a service in the portal, your notice will appear. Next, we will set up the client portal unavailability pop-up notice. Once you've set up service availability to restrict certain dates or times, those unavailable slots will appear grayed out in the calendar. If a client selects one of these, a pop-up will appear with a message explaining why the service can't be booked at that time. Click Company or the appropriate group or individual service, then simply add your text which explains why the service is unavailable and click Update. Now, when you select a service that is grayed out because it is unavailable, your extended notice will appear. At the heart of this module is the option to set your service availability rules for each day of the week to fit your regular schedule. There are 3 options that you can choose from. Select any time if there should be no restrictions to requesting this service during a 24-hour period of any selected day. Choose Unavailable if it should not be possible to book this service during the same period. Choose Custom if you have services that are only available at certain times during the day. This setting ensures that the service can only be requested within the custom shift blocks that you define. There are 4 different shift blocks available to set for each day, and these allow you to set different times on the same day that a service is available for booking. This is useful if you and your team work around other commitments during the day, so your available hours are split into more than one time period. Again, these settings can be done at company level or for each appropriate group or each individual service. Important: the times that services are available relies on the average service duration being set in the service item, as shown here on the main service availability screen. An easy way to check the duration is correct is that the number of minutes duration should equal that of the service short description. If you notice that the service duration does not appear as it should do, as in this example, click on the service and you can then amend the number of minutes. Then click Update. The service duration panel you see here is linked to the service duration panel on the Service Item General tab, and it can be updated in either screen. Once you have set your regular service availability and understand how this works, you can now set your public holiday and company vacation availabilities. To begin, let's set your public holidays availability. Click Public Holidays from the menu and then select the company level. These settings work in tandem with the public holidays calendar, so you need to set up both. Firstly, toggle on service availability rules. Set all the days of the week to unavailable. Click Update to save your settings. Then, click the option at the top of the screen called View, Edit Public Holidays Calendar to choose which days in your calendar you want to apply these settings to. When you've highlighted your public holidays, click Update, and then click the orange back button to return to the Public Holidays Availability page. If you are always unavailable on a public holiday, you don't need to do any more. However, if there are certain groups or services that you do want to take bookings for, such as being closed for walking but open for boarding, then you also need to change the above settings for these groups or services and change the option from unavailable to any time or set your custom hours. Click Company Vacations from the menu. Next, setting your company vacations is useful when you don't want clients to book services on specific days in the calendar, such as staff training days or if you are closed for vacations. You can also use these settings to prevent clients from sending in requests for certain services if you are fully booked. Then select the company level. Follow the same process as you did for public holidays. There are several additional features in this module that you can use to improve your service request process and save you time when applying these settings. When we looked at client portal notices, these can be set at company level as well as adding additional text at group or service level. So, at group level, you can choose whether to show both the company notice as well as the group notice. And at service level, you have even more flexibility to include all three notices or just the one. It's your choice what information to show your clients. The helpful display panel shows you exactly what notices the client will see in the portal as a result of the choices you make here. For example, the company notice explains that your usual opening hours are Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. However, this doesn't apply to boarding services. Therefore, displaying the company level notice is not relevant to the boarding group of services, so you would choose Do Not Display the Company Client Portal Notice. With the Client Portal notices, when you look in the portal to see how they appear, you will see that the color changes to match your branding colors that you set up when you customized your portal. Brand colors can be applied by navigating to Admin, and then selecting Settings and Client Portal. And finally, Customize Portal. If you see a warning triangle by any of your services, this highlights that the service is set to be hidden in the portal. Therefore, any changes you make here won't apply. If you want to change the service's visibility, click on the service and at the top of the screen you will see the warning, "This service is not visible to your clients." Click the edit icon to the right of the warning, and this will take you to the Advanced Service menu where you can change the setting. Top tip: there are some helpful shortcut features that will speed up your service availability configuration. Firstly, when you are setting your service availability rules at service group or service level, two hierarchy icons are available to copy service availability rules from either company level or service group level if you are setting rules at service level. In addition, as previously mentioned, if your service availability rules are the same for each day, you can quickly copy them to each day of the week by clicking on the circle with 3 dots to copy the rule to another day of the week. Particularly helpful when using the custom rule with multiple shifts. As with all the other settings on your system, you can click on our Help Info icons for a quick explanation of what each setting does. If you are new to Pet Sitter Plus and want to learn more about clients requesting services through the Client Portal, then check out the overview of the Client Portal video in the Essential First Steps playlist, or click on the link provided below. To learn more about customizing the look of your Client Portal, watch our Quick Portal customization video in the Settings Made Simple playlist, or click the link below. Excellent! You've now unlocked a smarter, super efficient way to manage your service requests, putting you in control of when and how your clients can request services through their own portal. To continue enhancing your experience, be sure to explore our Learning Zone for additional videos on next steps and other topics that might be useful. If you have any questions or need further assistance, check out our help articles linked in the description below, or contact your coach or our support team. Curious about Pet Sitter Plus? If you're not already a client, you can try it free for 30 days. Sign up on our website today and see how we can simplify your business management and streamline your administration tasks. You can find a link to our free trial in the description box below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with helpful tutorials and top tips to enhance your pet care business.